Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I'm Carola. I'm a soul mender. I'm going to do a few live readings on different subjects today. I've got a few questions here, and I'm just going to go with the flow to see what comes in. I want to talk about the goddess, the feminine energy, what's happening to it, because there's a lot of things out there that just don't make sense. That is getting a little bit out of hand, especially here in Australia. First, some housekeeping. I do not contact anyone for readings. I do readings, but you have to book through my Facebook channel and actually message me. I do not message people. I do not collect money. And all this is for entertainment and purpose only. I've just published a deck called The Looking Glass not that long ago. It is here. It is available, but you can contact me on Facebook. My Facebook link is below. If you like this beautiful video, please subscribe and like and share. If you choose to, that'd be lovely. And welcome. I'm just going to do the gong and clear the energy. So... so beautiful. Yeah. I'm just going to put the gong on here. Sorry. So there we go. We cleared the energy. And we also, beautiful, put the stick there. So welcome. So first of all, I want to talk about the feminine energy, then talk a bit about AI, and then some of the countries that got lined up to sign up about a global research agreement to test certain things on all these countries. There is a link with it. I won't put it below, but if you're looking for it, I'll hold it up quickly or read it out. Also, I'm going to go into things that are very important, channel some messages and just little things like that. And we'll see how we go. Okay. So with that said, remember, entertainment purposes only. And welcome. Lovely ones. So as I know, I don't have a very big channel. I don't have millions of viewers, or thousands, but that's okay. Whoever needs to hear this message, welcome to it. All right. So if anyone got any questions, please just put it in the question box and I'll try to answer it and get to it. Okay. So I'm a soul mender. This is from the deck, right? And it has meanings on it. So the deck that I use that's the back of the cards. This is the front. It's a very truth and daring deck into coming in alignment with what's going on and the truth. It's a very deck that keeps telling you to take your sovereignty back, to take your inner power back and stuff like that. So it's quite interesting. I'll also be using my magical being deck, which I did with 10 other people, and a few other decks that are my favorite decks to use when I do readings. In a moment, there's another deck coming shortly with 11 other people as well, so 10 other basically. It's called the Gratitude deck. We also have a beautiful I can't get it in. It's okay. Probably because I'm sitting in front of it. We have the beautiful Oracle Me magazine out. This is available online. It is printed in Australia, as my cards are. This has the Australian logo on it, so it's beautiful. I have a beautiful write-up. There's a new one coming out shortly, which is so I contribute to this, so it's lovely. For more information on it, I don't have a QR code on here, but it is available for free online, which is awesome. So let's get on with it. So quite a while back, I wanted to know why so many countries are being experimented with and what they're bringing into countries worldwide to control humanity, basically. And this runs very, very deep because of the Agenda 2030. So, and I keep getting told about all these Gasara and Nasara, all this money's coming. I actually did a big YouTube channel on Gasara and Nasara. It was a creation. It was good at the time, and then it closed down. Now, for people that are waiting for all these riches to come, gee, I would love it, but is it actually going to happen? So with that, I really don't feel it at the moment. It may in the future that there's extra money coming through, but who's going to fork that bill in a moment, because the overprinting of money and in the moment they definitely don't want to give us any money. Trust me, because I see that in our government here in Australia, right? So this is from a global research at CA-13 Nations Sign Agreement Engineer Global Feminine, 5860-390. Australia is one of the countries, right? So I looked this up in the 18th of June 2024. So and this is by Hunter Fielding, by the way. So shout out to him for doing the global research. So the countries that have signed up for this is Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Burkina Faso, never heard of it, but okay, Chile, the Czech Republic, Ecuador, Germany, Panama, Peru, Spain, United States, and Uruguay. So I'm not 100% sure when this all got signed. I just looked at it in June 2024. As we can see, everything unfolding is a lot of these countries are basically being tested out, and you know, like when you look at it, what's going on, it sort of makes sense, right? So why are we being so it's like they're using these countries as guinea pigs countries, and it's very sad. And they're bringing all these laws in and all this kind of stuff, and it's very overwhelming sometimes. And unfortunately, that's where we're here. So I'm gonna check my cards how far we're into it, and I'm gonna ask my pendulum if this has unfolded yet. So if you use a pendulum, I got the yes and the no on here. So if it swings that way, it's no. If it swings forward, it's yes. So is the agenda, the feminine agenda with all this country, has it started? It's definitely a yes. So the reason I'm using a copper one is I can't manipulate it. I can manipulate crystal ones with my mind, because of the power of the mind, but I can't with a copper one. So the other thing is, hang on, let me go back to this. Are this country getting designed on a Chinese model of communism? It says yes. So my next question is, with the people power that are coming together now, will we stop this communism overtake? And it says yes. So as you can see, that when people do combine and become together again, we can achieve a lot of things. So I think it's really important in the moment that we all stay in that kind of energy. So so a lot of questions I've been asked is to a lot of truth communities. They always talk about white hats. Do they exist? Look, I totally believe there is really good people out there doing really good deeds. I'm not really deep dive into that too much, is because, as you can see, the politicians that have tried to take their countries back, and that hasn't looked very good because they got bombed eventually, so and stuff like that is and it's very scary. I guess it's because of the control magnet. So to me, how I look at it in the moment as a person looking and watching and observing is there's so many elites fighting amongst each other, trying to always have this top, I got more money than you, more money than this, and more money than you. To me is I might use some platforms and stuff like that, but to me, I really see how they want you to believe how wonderful they are. But if they were that wonderful, they would put actually more back into communities, basically. So that's just my opinion on that. And I'll take responsibility for my opinions. So now we're going to go into the creation of war. What I always believe there's an underlying or something there, and I believe that the that how can I that the something just flows through me, that there's more going on always behind the scenes, why there is certain things. To me is, if in my logical mind, I believe that places that you put your money into control what goes on around the world. And because if you have a look at politics always have lobbyists going into lobby for things. So they basically give money to buy votes. So that's just my belief. But as you know, here in Australia, you've got lobbyists and they have a lot of power. So basically, I feel in my heart that the house of politics is basically run by lobbyists that lobby for their own agendas, basically. And this is why we're here properly. So, and a lot of going on in the old world. So, all right, this is for entertainment purpose only. Let's have a look at, will the war between those two countries that dress in weird clothes and cover their faces and follow certain religion, will that war stop? So we're going there because I would like to see some peace in there, because I don't think anyone needs to die for stupid things that are just cruel and nasty. All right. So it's very frequency controlled. So basically, it's to down our energies all the time, because when we watch wars and stuff like that, it's so sad, and it hits home with a lot of people. It to me, I'm not on either side, and I just want to see peace, and I find it so sad with all the suffering it brings, and especially the technology we got today. It's just heartbreaking. So there's a pretender out there. Sorry about the glare. All right. So, and people worshipping that pretender, false gods and stuff like that, is humanity needs to learn not to worship what is not real or what is causing evil. So to me, killing other human beings is I don't know. I just it's not nice. So okay, this is a stolen generation. So through war, children go missing. They're stolen of their righteousness. They're stolen of their childhood. They see the most ugliest things in those places, and it's heartbreaking, and no child should live through that, especially we're in 2025, right? Where's the human decency gone? So that's, and the next card we have the sovereign self. Humanity has to step back in their sovereign self, and it's really important to take your power back, stand for the truth, and that we don't get caught into all these destructive behavior, because it draws our energy down. So when we raise ourselves into our sovereignty, we raise our energy, and with our consciousness and thoughts, trying to bring peace back, and for humanity to become better humans. There's a lot of harvesting going on over there. That's DNA harvesting, body parts, blood, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so, and the next card, I asked will the war be not at this moment, with a no card. There's more unraveling, basically. So there's a greater truth unfolding. So I don't have the answers to everything, but I'm just looking at it, and then we pull the looking glass. So with the looking glass, into watching that is there's an illusion behind it all. I feel that there is realities and timelines, sort of manipulation. I do believe with the weapons that we have these days, that CERN has a lot to do with it as well. So, and I just send my prayers to peace. That's all I can say on that one. So, okay, and we're going to go into AI, and I'll go into other things after, and then into the goddess energy, the feminine energy that they're so desperately trying to steal all females' rights. I will go into that. So to top this off with a better view, I'm going to use the Magical Beings set. Unfortunately, this deck is all sold out, so there's so I'm not sure if we'll ever do a print of this one again, but let's see. What are the beautiful things to change consciousness about wars, bring back love and kindness into humanity? What a clown ride this world has been. Like, it's quite interesting, actually, to watch some of the things. All right, what beautiful message she's cut for us. So we got the spellbinder. So the spellbinder is card 13, where my cards don't have, my deck, this deck doesn't have numbers on it. I think for us, it's to cast our intention for peace and cast for where we want to go in life, is have our intention set up in a very positive way. You know, the earth is designed where we have negativity and positivity. Like we talk about demons and stuff like that. So for us is to really to shine the light on the darkness. So now that darkness is coming to the surface, are we really that shocked? Because there's a lot of people go, what? Like, I think to bring it all up, where there's turmoil for quite a while, all of a sudden the big change comes, and this is shaking and clearing everything. And that's how I feel. So it's quite beautiful. So everything is unfolding. If you don't give your power away, if you stay in a higher vibration and not feed the fear. Oh, this is all about, this is the Witch's Brew. This is quite cool. So all right, let's have it. So the Witch's Brew is about us. When we manifest and want something, basically is make sure you know what you want, where you want to go, how you want to achieve it. Have your vision in mind, because we have a lot of boomerang effects where there's a creation or stuff like that, or we get too comfortable. We just did all this stuff and then we get comfortable, and all of a sudden everything boomerangs back in that needs a little bit more attention and things like that. So the Witch's Brew is mix, make sure your words are properly spoken. Choose your magic, create your own magic. It's your journey. And the more magic humanity creates, we just become more beautiful human being. And the moment I've got Archangel Gabriel with us. So Gabriel is a beautiful being who brings a lot of communication, music, clarity, truth, and it's just beautiful cards. You know, look, I know there's in some of the truthist community, they're trying to tell us that the angels are a figure of our imagination or they're dark beings, but know what you allow into your channeling or communication with channeling is from the highest good. It is not, if something tells you what to do in your ear or sits on your shoulder, just flick it off, right? Because messages come telepathically, and I'm very visual of what I see. So when angels come, they come in a beautiful color like this, an energy color, right? Just remember, darkness cannot portray those beautiful colors, okay? They cannot, okay? Because darkness only holds darkness. It can't change into white light. It can't change into every color of the rainbow. It has a certain color and that's it. And it comes very dull and demanding, okay? And if you're comfortable with allowing angels to come in, the God essence, and you know, spirit guides and stuff, there's so much misinformation out there, and makes it very confusing to people that are just learning, awakening. Where do I go when everything in a moment, every truth has been basically smashed down, has been an untruth, or that you're following, say this star, for instance, behind me, it has all the moons around it. It's actually the pentacle of earth, wind, fire, basically. So, and then has the moon cycles on it. It has nothing to do with evil, okay? We got to stop thinking, because that's what they want you to believe, that everything in this world is attached to demons and to a system of Freemasonry and stuff like that, you know. It's not, okay? So how you perceive everything, like I have my guides behind me. I'll bring a picture up of them a little bit closer there, up there, all right? So I do work with other beings, Christ energy. So this was drawn for me by a beautiful person who just had the most beautiful gift to see the guides that you're working with, so you can raise your vibration and move forward. And whatever you want to believe, that is your truth. What I believe is my truth. So, and there's no wrong or right. Is this, you know, you don't have to basically believe me. It doesn't bother me. So, but they're my guides, and I've been working with them for a very long time. So the next message to us is the enchanter apprentice. So we're all basically apprentices in a moment, learning, guiding ourselves through this lifetime with everything that's thrown at us. And I believe we're doing a pretty damn good job, and we should be so proud of ourselves, because we're still here and still doing it, and we still have it all. So, and then the next one is divine protector. So there's so much protection if you ask. If you don't ask, you're not given. So I always have protection. I believe that is very important. I always have clearing spray, but that is my choice, and it's so beautiful, just the smell of it. I use a lot of aromatherapy. I work with aromatherapy. I have my certificate in it, and I have a lot of healing certificates as well. So which I quite like. So the protector, the divine protector, this is a big dragon energy, because there's a beautiful dragon there also. So I feel that there's more going on in this world than we made to protect us, because we just think where to now. And that's why I always say, do your work, become your sovereign self, and empower yourself. There's a big unseen world out there that we're at war with sometimes. So that's saying I need to drink some water. So, all right. It's quite interesting times, I believe. And it's so hard not to get dragged into all this stuff sometimes, because there's so much of it out there. So a lot of people asking about AI. So I'm a lot on Facebook. So I have a Facebook channel, and I do more on Facebook than I do on YouTube, only because my timing sometimes I'm very booked out, and I work full time on that. So, all right, these are beautiful AI cards. So I've got hundreds of decks. So I'm a deck collector. I have very expensively. I even got shadow decks, because I have done so much healing on myself, not to be in victimhood. My favorite part is unhooking souls and unhook them from past lives, and unhooking a lot of stuff to stand in their own power and the energy that attacked them. So just or the space at the end. I do a lot of unhooking like that, and it works very well. So I even do it on myself a lot. I'm also a medium, so I have people running through my place sometimes. And one thing, because I do a lot of mediumship, like people come in and I do readings and they want to talk to past over ones. So I have a lot of visitors here sometimes. And the funny part is I've only seen a few souls that were in, so when they pass over, they were in a dark place. So, and you can't put the light on them straight. They have to gradually get back there. So quite interesting. All right, we're going into AI. What's AI up to in their own conscious world? What are they trying to do with it? Let's have a look, because it's overtaken so many lives where people even think they're married to a stupid AI thing. AI is just a tool. Learn it. It's just a tool to help out. It's not your dependence. Shouldn't be your addiction, okay? Because you forget that you actually have a life. All right, AI. Let's pull the first card. So around with AI, we have the Six of Blades, which is a swords. So there's a lot of people that basically are so exhausted from it. The kids are suffering from it. And there's someone always watching in the background. Okay. The Queen of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups, because we're asking about AI. It wants to be recognized. It wants to be given all the glory. Yet it has false visions, because whatever gets put into it, but it's here to fill up your cup, basically. Right, and then we got the Ace of Baton, and it's grounding itself into everything, swirling. See this hand that's invisible? That's what AI is. It's here to deceive on certain things, maybe information. It's here to blind you from reality in certain people's point of view. It wants to be worshipped like a king, idolized like a rock star, like a king. And we're going to pull. There's another king here. There's a few people at play here with it that want to control it. And there's new energy coming, a new ride, where a lot of people will eventually not realize what it's doing. So that's what I feel. So it's quite interesting. The seven, the ride is a chariot, so there's a dark side and a white side or not. So it's quite interesting. Well, there we go. Now I want to do a deep dive. Many years ago, I went to Sydney to meet John of God, right? So John of God has, I believe it's in Brazil, has a big healing place with underneath crystals, and had the most magnificent energy. Now, there are people like Oprah and all that went there, and then not long after, he got charged with abusing children or clients or people that went there. So I want to do a reading. Was he set up? Was it to destroy that beautiful place? I'm not 100% sure if it's still going because I haven't, it has not come up on my radar for quite a long time. Okay. So we're going to go into that. I'm going to use my tarot and my looking glass oracle. So I'll go into the, was John of God set up to destroy the Crystal Healing Center? So when you went there, there were always miracles, and I believe because there were so many crystals, and because it was basically built around crystals, huge. There were caves there, so, and it had energy running through it as well. So it was actually doing a lot of good for people with cancer and all that. So they went there, and humanity needs something to believe in, that we can clear our diseases, you know. So and there's just so many of them. So all right, John of God, was he set up to look like a sex offender? We'll ask that first. So it was tampered with. All right, so that answers that. Now I'm going to go, did the elite have anything to do with a setup to close the healing, the beautiful, or where did it go? That's one of the other questions. So it was by design. The deceiver was a female energy. It was by design. They claimed it was false because I've got the false matrix here. That you can't. The mask of truth is coming here. Sovereign self. So I feel a lot of people that went there, it was a really big buzz. Like, I'm talking quite a long time ago. I was still living on the Gold Coast. So there was a big buzz about it. And I do believe that a lot of human energy even became very possessive over stuff like that. So to me is, if you want healing for your beautiful body and in your consciousness and your mental mind, is you have to take your power back and be your sovereign self. Because when you're in your sovereign self, is when you take that back, and you sit in this quiet time of healing, you're allowing your energy to come back in your space, and you have to specifically ask what you want to heal in your body. And there's so many different things out there how we can heal. Is like people talking about crystal beds. Here in Harvey Bay, we have meetings on it sometimes. When I've got time, I sometimes listen to them. But my point is, inner healing comes from oneself, and then finding the solutions for you to heal that part of you that needs so much healing. So it doesn't happen in an instant. You actually got to commit to it, right? To be in your sovereign self. I feel there were a lot of shadow beings around that place, staking it out. And from that, a lot of stolen innocent happened. So, okay. I do feel that he went to jail as well. So, okay, let's have a look at these. What is our lesson? What was... with John of God. I felt in all that time looking at the pharmaceutical company now, they love shutting down healing things and us to forward into natural healing. And we have such beautiful energy within ourselves to start the journey of self-healing. And so, and everyone has different ways of healing, okay? And everyone has their own timing. Everyone has their own journey. So, you know, it's whatever floats your boat, however you want to do it. But to me, it's always standing in my own power and making decision if something is good for me or not. So, because we all been there, I've made wrong decisions. I've been through it. Like, can I tell you some stories sometimes about life? Oh my golly gee. All right, with the God of John of God, what else do we need to know? So the intention of the plays was to bring humanity back together. It's a 10, so a 10 is a cycle. It was also, I feel that you obviously paid money to go there. So that was it. The intention of it wasn't bad. Then the freezing out came. It was still the feminine energy that had so much to do with it. And they drowned it. There's water around it. So I believe that was John of God. They drowned that energy out. And I have the temperance. So the center was a beautiful balancing center. Someone really filled up their cups with it. Interesting. He was thrown under the bus. If you have a look at that card, it's quite interesting. He was guilty before he was proven of anything. The Justice card. The Hermit. The light went down looking on it. There's a new energy that coming in. It's closed. Something is hidden. And someone, a feminine energy, wanted all the power to it. That is the reading of John of God. So in Brazil, that was a beautiful healing center for a lot of people. Gave people hope. So yeah. All right. Now, let's do some Australian stuff. So here in Australia, we have a lot of numbnuts running our country that want to bring all this digital thing in. So I did a reading. So I run a group here Tuesday night. So I did a reading on the Karen, you know, that controls, apparently has more power than our Prime Minister, and she's not even Australian. So she is bringing, so she did not make the laws. So the laws actually came from someone who I believe was last year or year before. They made all these things up. They sold it to someone else, to another company, so they can't be attached to those laws to go to the government. So there's countries that are trialing it out on, like I've read you some countries with all this other stuff. So it's already beginning in the they already got that in the UK where they're locking up kids going out buying themselves dinner at 5 o'clock at night, and they're getting dragged away, yet all the rapists and gangs and murders are all running free. So what can you say to that? So here in Australia so we did a reading on this lady, and it showed me that she was not having a very good journey later on in life, that all of a sudden she disappears off the planet Earth, basically. So and I go, wow, and because we have quite a few people who are doing world readings, and they all got the same thing. So there's a lot of things going down, okay? I also, a while back, I thought there was going to be a leadership battle with Albanese, and I thought maybe this month. But if it doesn't happen, my timing was very wrong. But I do know it's happening. So is there going to be a spill of government after everything is ruffling a few people out there? And knowing who our Prime Minister is he's very involved in communist parties and stuff like that, and when he was younger, so, and a lot of it was hidden. So we go, is there going to be, we're going to go and do the spill first. Is there going to be a challenge in the spill? Oh, there's an ending coming. So I still believe there is. I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling it in here. So it's happening as we speak. Like this, the lights are going flashing off. Here's the spill, the tower. This is so exciting. I can't wait. There's a lot of reflecting to do. And it's drowning in water. So there's a lot of water. I always feel there's a lot of water on this world in the moment, coming up and up and up. I see so much water. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of fiery energies in Parliament in the moment, very unhappy with what's going on. And they're more the younger generation. They're getting really pissed off because that's what this bill is aimed at, under 16 and under, that they have to prove their ID. And what it leads, because they have to prove your ID, so that means I have to prove that I'm 16 and older. So it's not just aimed at them. Trust me, there's more sinister things behind all this. The Slayer is coming in. So we're going to have a bit of upheaval here in Australia. Justice is coming. And the lucky last card, the Sun. Something we can look forward to later. Something good is going to come out of it. So, but the upheaval is coming. So it's interesting. All right, we're going into... I can't even remember her name, but the E-Safety Commissioner. The E-Safety Commissioner. What do we need to know will that come through the E-Safety Commission? Give me more information of what's going on. So in the future, there's a lot of ghosting going on, pretending, through this bill. It's a control magnet. They want to control everything we do. This is her leaving the earth plane. I just feel there's something really weird going on. She deceived other people as well. For us is to take our sovereignty back, where they're trying not to allow this to happen to Australia. And we've got to stop pretending and follow these Muppets that are running the show. And there's a big puppet master behind all this. So remember what I said in Parliament? They have people that lobby, and then they pretend, and then they got the puppet master pulling all the strings. So that is that on that one. So let's go into the feminine energy. So here in Australia, we have a big case going on, a feminine one called Tickle versus, what was it? Tickle. So there's a beautiful lady, she wanted to open an app for females only, and Mr. Tickle decided that because he's a man, he was born a man, but decides to wear a dress and he wants to go on this app. So it's called Giggle versus Tickle, something like that. Anyway, Tickle versus Giggle, something like that. So the app was to basically safeguard feminine. So here in Australia, what's been going on is they're trying to pass these stupid laws where they think their politicians have a right to put in primary school to children that are 5 years old, that they have every right to transgender at that age, and that they can decide what gender they want to be, like not what you're born with, but what you want to be. Well, a lot of parents are getting very upset over here. It's like when they brought in the drag queen readings in libraries and schools. That didn't go down too well, did it? And then here's Dan Andrews staring at like that. It's pretty sad, really. So we have a lot of shit going on here in Australia, and it's very demeaning to young children, trying to take their power away, trying to confuse them of who they are. So I'm going to do a reading on that. Especially in New South Wales, they're really pushing it in the moment. So that Premier in New South Wales, will she have to resign with her nonsense? Because they're lies. They're trying to tell you that a man can be a woman. You can't. In logical sense, it's impossible. So I don't know how people can be so unlogical and follow that trend. Look, do whatever you want in your life, but the thing is, don't push it onto little children. They don't need that crap in their life. Life is hard enough. So, all right, let's have a look what's going to happen with all this crap with pushing women. Basically, they want to push the feminine energy down, that we have no rights left. If that loses in court, so much of women's rights will be gone. Because here in Australia, we already got unisex toilets. If they want to go and play sports or want to be a little kindergarten, they have to accept it, basically. And it's I call it grooming, all right? It's not very good. And any politician that promotes this should be sacked, because it's called grooming. So that is my inner belief. All right, and then I'll do a reading on the case, how it's going to turn out. So feminine energy is basically being ghosted. It doesn't matter that the men have all the rights, or the puppets holding the strings. They're putting false idols in there, like I said, men dressing as women. They're false idols. It's a false narrative. It will have his final breath, so it's not going to last too long. Okay, thank God for that. It's driving me insane because I don't want people preaching that. It's just not good for our children. All right, we're going to look into the giggle versus tickle, the court case. So what cards will be best for that? I use these and then I use the tarot deck. Right. Tickle versus giggle. Is this an example case? Will the feminine energy win? Tickle, giggle versus tickle. I've got to call my goddess energy in. Oh, here it is. All right. So we need to stay in our sovereign self energy. It is a form of it is definitely grooming, right? Because I've got stolen generation, and what will that leave for our future children, our young girls, that they don't have a safe space to go, that man can interrupt any space they go into. So we have to stay true to our feminine energy. We have to protect our children. And that's for everyone. That's a female that has children out there. You need to protect them from this. And yes, it's going to go our way, right? Because they're stealing everything. So that's a good thing. The truth is revealed. There's only a man and a woman, right? And whatever you do in your own personal life, I have no problem with it. You go and do it. But don't steal all the feminine only spaces. You have no right to them. We don't come and attack your spaces. Leave ours alone. Create your own. That's all I can say. All right. That was tickle versus giggle. The court case. We're going to win it. And I believe there's some beautiful feminine groups behind it, thank God. And a lot of males are actually behind this as well, because they wouldn't like that happen to their daughter, that their space is invaded, because a lot of men are not very happy with it. So I've done a lot of different things tonight, which is lovely. So now back into the goddess energy. So as the feminine energy, so I look like in the world what's going on with the feminine energy over many years, right? So I believe it's been under attack for quite a long time, probably always, but it's just getting worse, where everyone just wants to steal it. So tonight is for the feminine energy is we need to really ground ourselves and understand that we are here to change so much in humanity, because we come with compassion, we come with a knowing, we come with the belly in our fire to change things, and that we're just not going to lay down and let man destroy that energy again. We're just not. And I'm not talking about all men, I'm talking about a lot of men that are very high up in power, they for some reason fear how much power women actually have in their consciousness, and because we give birth, we do all that, so they're trying to bring all this elite, trying to bring all this AI in to trying to destroy our beautiful feminine energy is. And females should really stand proud in who they are and really learn to understand who they are and fix what is broken, and so the next generation has a better view of themselves, is because for centuries now they have squished, like they burn witches at the stake. They like, if you go back into all this history kind of things, is they sort of done a lot of harm, like burn witches. They got the if you go back really long ago and understand a lot of the feminine energy, is like they're trying to destroy the tree of life, because it has roots and it grows into a family. So it's like a nervous system as well. So to me, it's been long in the making, the destruction of our energy. Basically, it's trying to steal our energy away. So to me, to all the beautiful women out there and females and young children growing up that have to face this world, is let's teach our children to stand tall, stand proud, and always remember why they came, have that belly in their fire, because men that trying to do this controlling, and females even have sold us out on this as well, is we need to really heal and stand in our own power. We need to love, have compassion, and we need to even with all the men that are such beautiful human beings, is to find the balance, to have each other's back, not to destroy each other, to bring back, to be decent human beings, that we can't always be beaten up and compressed because they're punching bag or whatever the case may be. So to me, it's about teaching even the male generation to find the inner self, balance themselves, find the inner love, and that they even feel worthy, because the worthiness around humanity is just dwindling so fast. So, and I think that a lot of things that happened the last few years brought more of it on, and I believe some of the religion that marry children at 7, 8, 9, 10 should be banned in every country. So I don't think they should be living and promoting that in countries, because it's disgusting. My point of view, for entertainment purposes only, but it is my point of view. So let's do a reading on, I should pull some beautiful feminine cards out as goddess cards. All right, let's have a look, because we're in the age of Aquarius, and this is where the feminine rises again, and they can't stop it. So they're trying to bring in all this crap to stop it. So I say no. Let's all say no. All right. Okay, this is about us really looking at it from perspective, and they're trying to even destroy history, and there've been so many courageous feminine goddesses out there. Like, we just got to take it back, yeah. And we got the Ace of Swords, so it's very mentally. So in our consciousness, we have to reawaken a lot of that stuff. I think it's beautiful to find the fine side, be very family orientated again, in as well. It's about balancing the feminine and male energies again, bringing everything to light. So, I think my computer needs a battery charge. Hang on, I'll just plug it in. Honey, I only charged it up today. All right, plug in. There we go. All done. Safe by electricity. All right. It's about balancing. So that's what we need to really bring back into our life. We need to start not putting ourselves down and start loving ourselves a little bit more. Have more compassion. We need to learn to become more of a sisterhood than throwing each other under the bus. That's what I feel. So to all you females out there, find your goddess within. It is so important. Find the love, and always remember you are good enough. You're beautiful. You're good enough, and you're a beautiful, beautiful journey ahead of you. Is this step out of all the dramatic stuff and just observe for a little while and just sit in that beautiful space of quietness and get your worth into you. You're so worth it. You're so powerful. Stop giving your power away to people that don't deserve you. That makes sense. All right. Now I'm going to do a beautiful reading for everybody that needs to hear a lovely message. So I'm going to take these. I'm trying to think what other cards can I use. All right, I'm going to just use these. What's a message for humanity to rise and shine? Bring their fire back. We got this. We all survive. You know that song, I will survive. I'm a shit singer though. All right. The children. We need to guide our children. We need to not make them feel like victims. We not need to push their energy down. So embracing your inner child as well. Okay, that's really important. On the male kind of energy, because I've got a beautiful king here. So to me, when I look at kings, I always say it's to get back ambitious, to take charge, to be the man you should be, to take your role seriously, and always have the back of your partner, right? It is very important because that is your family, right? And with the Six of Cups here, look at how beautiful that is. And there's an angel guiding it. Now we've got the Queen, so same with the Queen. So the feminine energy, there's a lot of psychic energy in the feminine energy and inner knowing. Take that back. Take your psychic insides back, your caring nature. Don't become cold like water, but enjoy the water, the flow, the family, and become like... be the beautiful human being that you are. Let go of ego. That's another message to humanity. It's okay to be wrong or right, whatever the case may be. We don't always need to be in the ego. There's too many egos out there because it's a trap. It's an illusion, basically. For the future, we focus on, like, when the night writes in, right, we focus on the new energies that are coming. We are the balancers of this planet, not just the 1% of the other people. We have more power than we realize, okay, and they're afraid of it, right? And celebrating ourselves, go out and have some fun. I think a lot of things have been so serious lately. So having fun, bring out your inner child, bring out the laughter, enjoy when you enjoy that love, enjoy your pregnancies, just enjoy life. There's so much drama out there, but just enjoy you and the people around you, you know. And we are coming to a victory. So this is beautiful in the future to come. So to me is our soul essence always knows there is always victory, whether it's a year away, 2 years, or, you know, like it comes in the future. Is so to me is there's always something that can happen in the near future. So to me, just be the best version of yourself, embrace life, even that there's such a shit fight at time, and all we can do is pray for a better future, allow the homeless hopefully find a home, because we've got a lot of homeless people here as well, and it's so sad, and it's all by design though, and we need to find the compassion for humanity. On the Mars energy is because we've got the Five of Swords here, which is also a freezing out card, a card of being stuck. Where to now? The male energy needs to take its masculinity back and man up again and protect what is wrong in this world, you know, so that's really important. And the Chariot again comes in. So the Chariot means change, that the darkness and light needs to find a balance, because without darkness there's no light, without light there's only darkness, but it needs to be balanced, right? There needs to be a balance coming back on this planet, and it needs to be for the highest good, and we just need to help to do it, because there's no one going to come and save you. Not like some truthers tell you that there's someone going to come save. There's no one except ourselves, because that was lobbied in, whether you're in the White House, whether you're in the parliaments or whatever, they have lobbyists and they bring this stupidity into this world, and we just got to remove that stupidity. And that's where we have to take our own power back and our sovereignty. So I always believe that it's up to us to do the change. So I hope that made sense. I'm signing off now. Thank you for the people watching, and thank you for watching my channels. Like, subscribe, and subscribe, and share if you like to. That would be awesome. And let's hope this channel grows. And the next time I will jump on, I might do a soul unhooking. So teach people that are interested how to do that through how to call it in, how to do it basically. So that'd be interesting. It might come in a few parts, but that's my aim, is so people can move forward out of this. So thank you all, and have a lovely night. So goodbye.